Okay, big Bitcoin. Here we are on a 4-hour chart. I've hidden my moving averages for now because I want to look at where we are. We're at the 786 retrace of the rally that we made from the start of April, which is a month long, and potentially we've made a bottom. There is a way to count this, that we've done enough that Bitcoin has made a bottom. However, there is another way to count it, that this is just wave 4 and we still have one more push lower. And my problem with Bitcoin is the sentiment isn't really bearish enough for it to be a bottom. The sentiment, it's really, bottoms are made when the last when the last bull chucks in the towel and says, enough pain, I've had enough. And we're not really there yet with Bitcoin. We certainly are with Ethereum, and we have the potential for a really good short squeeze. Will Ethereum be able to lift Bitcoin? I don't know. It seems very weird that we would come all the way down here and that we would not test this trend line. And not only that, if I measure this leg from this high to this low and we project it from here, you can see that the 61.8 is lower. That's down here at 6,600. So I think that we still have another leg lower to 6,600, 6,800 potentially. So now we need to say, okay, what would be, and I think that this is a potentially a wave 4 rally. How is that going to look? Well, this is what the wave 2 rally looked like, and it was quite simple. So that means that this one will be similar sized, but it probably won't be simple. So let's talk about, let's talk about where we're going to be wrong. Well, if we break this trend line to the upside, everybody in crypto loves trend lines. So I think that if we break this trend line from the high that we made on the 5th of May, that will be a bullish reversal. If we get above the 236 fib from that low to high, which is at 77.36, that will be a bullish reversal. If we take that away, and if we say, look, 50% of the last swing lower, which is another favorite one of mine, 7,800, I think above that will be a bullish reversal. So all in all, somewhere between 7,500, 7,700, if we clear this resistance zone, we've probably made a bottom and we're breaking out. So should you rush to buy now? You can buy a little Bitcoin now, but where are you going to put your stop? If you really want to swing by now because you don't want to miss it, you need your stop down here underneath 6,300, still 6,400, because that's where we're wrong to be bullish. Any trading below here and we're probably wrong. Sorry, actually, no, I'm quite wrong about that. Well, no, because I count this as an impulse wave, so wave 1, so we shouldn't trade below here. And if we do, then I've just counted it wrong, and it's a bigger, correction than I was expecting. But we really don't want to close and hold below this trend line and find resistance from it, because as we talked about, we're probably looking at 4,500 if that happens. I'm not feeling it, but we do need to talk about potentially that's where we go. And if stock indexes decide to collapse, potentially that could be where we go. So yeah, really good bullish reversal tonight in Bitcoin, but not quite enough for me to be convinced we've made a bottom. But above 7,700, I for sure will. Okay, so we'll come back and we'll do euro prices for that in a minute. We're going to talk about Ethereum, which bigger picture is a little bit more bullish. Now, we've been talking about the shorts, and I'll just get rid of this indicator. We've been talking about the shorts building in Ethereum, and we talked about how the stops, most of the shorts were built up yesterday. So if we trigger the stops above yesterday's high, we are likely to see quite a sharp bullish reversal in Ethereum. However, for now, we haven't done enough to reverse it. We haven't triggered the shorts yet. We haven't got that impulse. And if I put the 236 fib on from the highs to the lows, which is like our confirmation level, then that's at 574. So we need a close above 574, and that will be, for us, in Fibonacci terms, as well as everything else, a bullish reversal in Ethereum dollar. And our first target will be back to 665. And that's the breakdown from this slidey head and shoulders pattern with the slopey neckline. if we don't stay below this 236, we're going to see one more push lower, and the support is at 460. And that's where we go if we measure the move or the target from this head and shoulders pattern. So when you do that, you measure from, and I need to take this magnet off. So you go from the head to the neckline, and you project that from the breakdown level, and that lines up at 460 as well. So that's where the bears are going to want it to go. That's where the bears target is. There's a lot of these bears though, so they might be disappointed in this target, and we might not quite get there, but that is the target that they are looking at in this head and shoulders pattern in Ethereum initially, 460. So if you're looking for where to buy Bitcoin, where to buy Ethereum, if we dip lower, and where to buy it off those bears, 460 for me is the level. Okay, so that's Ethereum dollar and Bitcoin dollar. I think we're seeing really good signs. We're seeing really good signs in some other coins tonight as well. ICX, IOTA, NULS, ONT, triple bottom in Litecoin. You know, some stuff is setting up, but it's just not quite enough evidence. So we'll talk about those other coins now and what we need to see for